Hello everybody, my name's Aga. Welcome to Streetwise Operas live sessions, Friday sessions for In This Place. We have been looking through music with me and dance through Jack at how, amongst other things, East meets West musically and through dance, and telling stories through movement and music, and also the difference between sort of stillness and movement and spirituality, etc. It's been an exciting journey. The exploration of East meets West has been really great, and last week we had the wonderful Jonathan Mayer on sitar, who's really explained to us in depth how rags work, which has been wonderful. So for today's session, all sessions are equally exciting. I am particularly excited about today's session. We're going to look at principally two pieces, okay? We're really going to explore improvisation, and we're really going to look at Satyagraha by Philip Glass, and we're going to look at a little bit of jazz. We're going to look at Love Supreme by John Coltrane. So I'm super excited about how East meets West works in those two different forms. Let's start, as we always do, with a lovely warm-up. I'm going to do a sit-down warm-up today, so you're going to love it. I'm illuminated by this glorious light. I've turned into the angelic agate today. So here we go for a warm-up. Hands together, hands together, hands together, hands together, clap. Beautiful. Hands together, hands together, hands together, clap. And again, hands together, clap. Hands together, hands together, hands together. Ha 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 ha. Nice, stretch your fingers, stretch your fingers, stretch your, I'm just using the camera. You can use your camera as well. Stretch your fingers, and relax. Stretch your fingers and relax. Stretch your fingers and relax. Stretch your fingers and relax. Pretend to play piano. Like this. And can you give yourself a big yawn? Yes, that's quite nice. That's quite nice. Oh my, quite like that. Oh, and relax. And a bigger yawn. That's much better. That really gets there. Here we go. And just for luck, one bigger yawn. Very good. Can you tap your ankles? Both your ankles, back your ankles. Tap your legs, nice and gently. Tap your thighs. Tap your chest. And give you a nice little shoulder, a nice little rub. Oh, be good to yourself. Give your shoulder a nice little rub. And then just tap your arm like this. That's very good. Tap your arm. Very good. Nice and gentle. Could you give your other shoulder a nice little rub? Oh, be good to yourself. Don't hurt yourself. Be good to yourself. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I need this. It's Friday and I need this. A nice little tap down, back up, and then back down again. And there you go. And then can you just gently raise your shoulders, and then just relax. Just be really relaxed. Gently raise your shoulders and relax. One more. Gently raise your shoulders and relax. Now we're going to tap our cheeks. Don't slap yourself, please. No, just give it a nice little rub. And then on your head. Very good. Right here beside your eyes. Nice and good, nice and gently. And facial expressions, please. You know what's coming. Smiley face. Good, very good. Keep it. Hold it like the Joker. Sad face. Angry face. I'm so mad. Look at me, I'm mad. Shocked face. Oh my word. Confused face. I don't know. And you know what's coming. Super confident face. Hey, bigger mouth. Hey, how you doing? Hey. Now, can you pretend you've got this piece of bubble gum? piece of bubblegum. And the special thing about this bubblegum, this is very, very Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. This bubblegum is the night, like your favourite meal. We're going to go through starter, main, and dessert. I'm not going to tell you what's in my starter, main, and dessert. You're going to imagine yourself what's in your starter, main, and dessert. The important thing is that with the bubblegum, you swell it around your mouth. So here we go. Ow. The starter. Make it round around. The starter. And then we get to the main course. Sugar's round the main course, and then finally dessert. Here we go, man. It's absolutely full. Then you're gonna blow it up, blow it up, and splash! Beautiful. Oh, hopefully your jaw is nice and supple. Here we go. Should we do some breathing exercises? So shoulders relax, head face forward. Don't raise your shoulders. We're going to breathe in for 4, breathe out for 4. Make sure you're nice and comfortable. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3. In for 8. Faster 8. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. Now, you know what's coming. I'm just going to move my little pedal. So, this is your rag. Your scale that you've created over the last, was it 4 or 5 weeks? Oh my goodness, we've been together for so long, it's been great. So this lovely little scale that you've created, I'm going to play little bits from the scale as we do the breathing exercise. So we're going to breathe in for a faster 8, and you're going to go ah. It doesn't matter, no right or wrong. You're going to go ah. It's going to be nice and free, really. In for 8, out for R. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. R. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. R. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. R. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 2 more. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, last time. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. Hope you're nice and calm. I'm quite calm. I'm not sure if I can continue if I'm this zened out. So, exploring your rag. So just to re-explain, which is always worthwhile, going over this again and again. A rag is an Indian scale. Indian scale. The difference between an Indian scale and the Western scale is the Western scale is just those notes. C major scale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just those notes. You can do what you like with them, but the scale is the notes. Dum, 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 dum. Can we have a go? 2, 3, 4. Dum, 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 dum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can you make that 8 nice and loud? 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sure you over-enunciate every single word. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. With the Indian scales, they are all tuned for each individual scale. So as Jonathan was talking about last week, you have to tune the entire instrument. So you just play that scale, and you'll be playing that scale for an hour, 2 hours. It just goes on for ages. So Indian composers are improviser composers, which is absolutely fabulous. So when we talk about a rag, it's not just the note that's important, it's what we do with it. So some notes you sit on for a long time, some notes you might slide to another. The rules sometimes for a rag, there's different rules for going up, there are different rules for going down. So the rag that you have created through our exercise goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can we have a go together? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get louder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I want us to do this session, we are going to go through two different pieces, but I really want us to feel more comfortable improvising and not caring what other people think. We're just going to have new ideas and explore our voices and explore how we can really sing through something that pops into our head. So those 4 concepts that we talked through in those Zooms and last week and the week before were short, long, line, circle. Short, long, line, circle. Short was just a couple of notes, yeah? Exactly as it says. Da-da. Have a go. Da-da. Just repeat after me. Da-da. Have a go. Da-da. After me. Da-da. 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 Maybe 3. Da-da-da. Go. Da-da-da. 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 So that's short. Long, exactly as it said, as it suggests, held notes, yeah? So maximum 2 notes, but you've got to make them nice and long. Jonathan talked about this note in the actual that's similar to the one that we've created, yeah? This note would be one that you sit on for quite a long time. So we just have a go, channeling our anything Jonathan Mayer. We go and hold what we call our note 3 in our scales, the third one that came up when we made it up. Ready? Gorgeous. We'll try 2 more. Oh, here we go. Off. Last one. Oh, ready? Off. So you've had short notes, long, held notes, yes? Line is our scale, yeah? notes that are repeated. So that's hence the circle just goes round and round and round. So we're just going to go you have a go. Good. Try this. Have a go. And this one. Have a go. And we're just going to end this improvisation with a held note. On that note that Jonathan said we should emphasize, yeah? That one, ready? Long note. Lovely. That is your rag expressed through short, long, line, and circle. We're going to keep those concepts short, long, line, and circle, and explore them in other contexts. So, thinking about East meets West. East meets West. You can have Western composers that are inspired by traditions that come from Eastern composers who are inspired by traditions that come from the West. Today, we're going to purely focus on Western composers who've been inspired by the East, but two very, 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 very different traditions. So the first one is classical composer Philip Glass. What do we know about Philip Glass? Philip Glass is late 20th century, is still alive and still composes much stuff to this day, and has written quite a lot of operas. One of his famous operas is called Satyagraha, which is based on the life of Mahatma Gandhi. Not his whole life. It really focuses on, and before Gandhi went back to India, Gandhi lived in South Africa for a while, whilst there was, as we know, much upheaval and protest, etc. And so it focuses us on Gandhi's life as a lawyer in South Africa. And so the interesting thing about Philip Glass is he is a minimalist composer. What is a minimalist composer? A minimalist composer uses ideas over and over and over again, musical ideas that go over and over idea, and the musicality comes from how you layer them and how you play with quite a simple idea. Okay, does that sound like anything that we've been playing with? It does, Agai, I hear you ask. Yes, it does sound like. It sounds like circle. As I do this, as it goes over and over again, it does sound like circle. Yes, I have been thinking about this, ladies and gentlemen. I have been thinking about this. So when you have a simple idea that goes over and over again, it's called minimalism. And how you piece those things together is how a minimalist piece works. Satyagraha, as I say, is written by Philip Glass, is a minimalist opera, okay? And some of us in the Streetwise London have played with a little bit of Satyagraha before. And here's a part of it. Can you hear that lovely scale? It's a beautiful line in a thing called the vow in Satyagraha that just uses this line. Sing la to each of those notes. It starts there. La 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 la. Can we do it again? La 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 la. Good. That scale is called the Phrygian Scale. A really nice flavour to it, and what's quite nice is that what's really nice about it and how it links with your rag. Like your rag, the first two notes are really close together, and there is something really special when the first two notes are really close. You're kind of like, whoa, where are we going? Where are we going? So in a Phrygian scale, a modal scale, Phrygian scale, la 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 la, where you have the first two notes close together, it makes it a really special flavour to it. So, in this vowel, there's a load of bits. There's loads of bits in Satyagraha that are written in Sanskrit. I have taught you quite a lot of wordy type stuff over the course of the last few weeks. So I thought we're going to simplify the words. So I've put my own words to a bit of Philip Glass, if you're okay with that. And the words are, please show me the way to find peace. Can we just say that? Please show me the way to find peace. Can we breathe in? Please show me the way to find peace. And again. Please show me the way to find peace with the scale. Please show me the way to find peace. Please show me the way to find peace. It's nice, isn't it? Right, now you've got this lovely accompaniment that comes with it on the left hand. 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we start on 3. Please show me the way to find peace. Off. And again. Please show me the way to find peace. And here's the rest of the accompaniment. Ready? Please show me the way to find peace. And again, please show me the way to find peace. Beautiful. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that lovely? So that is minimalism. It's got a very simple idea, but it's how you put simple ideas together. What I want us to do, so we've got, I'll stop there, right there. We've got this thing, dum, 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 which keeps repeating over and over again, dum, 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 and we've got this scale. Now, when we were talking about short, long, line, circle, does this remind you of anything? That's right, ladies and gentlemen, that is line. Da 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 da. So, what we're going to do is using Philip Glass's Satyagraha, the vowel, the bit that we're singing, with our original words. Show me the way to find peace. It's not that original. We're going to just explore improvising using those 4 concepts that we've been exploring over the last few weeks. Yes? Short, long, line, and circle. Short, a couple of notes. Long, some held notes. Line, da 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 da. Circle, anything that's repeated. So we're going to go for, I'm looking at the time, just making sure all my timing's absolutely right, everybody. We're going to go through it with me singing a bit. I will say short or long or line or circle, and you're going to repeat exactly what I sing. Then we're going to go through a few times with me just saying circle, line, short, long, but I'm not going to sing. You're just going to go for it and just explore it yourself. And then we're going to freestyle it. I'm just going to keep playing for a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. And you're just going to explore your voices. Yeah? Just so we can get those. That short, long, line, circle thing can be used in lots of different things. And that freeing aspect of it is really nice to explore in different contexts and stuff. There's somebody trying to come in. They're not coming in. I'll tell you that for free. 2021. So he starts singing the line. Please show me. Please show me the way to find peace. Beautiful. Again. Please show me the way to find peace. So we're going to do a few short. After me. Short. Have a go. Short, long, long. Have a go. Long, line. Have a go. Line. And then circles, just to repeat it back. Beautiful. So, I'm going to call out short, long, line, circle. You have a go. There's no right or wrong. You're just going to go, just explore. It's just a way of thinking about what you're singing differently, so you have different ideas that come out, yes? Here we go. Here we go. Short. Again. Short. Long. Long again. Line. Circle. Do what you like, have a go! So we end with, please show me the way to find peace, yes? We're going to sing it 4 times, ready? Lovely. Isn't that nice and freeing? Isn't that nice and freeing? So that's Satyagraha, Philip Glass's Satyagraha. The actual opera itself, as is the way with minimalism, is really long. I think it's over 3 hours. Maybe it's close to 4 hours. But lots of these simple ideas are layered on top of each other, and they grow really simply, which is the way in which Jonathan was talking to us last week about how Indian music grows. Minimalism and Indian music and Indian classical music, Northern Indian classical music, I should say, are completely come from completely different traditions. But obviously, with lots of different traditions, there's commonality, and that idea of what can you do with a simple idea is common to Western minimalism and Indian classical, Northern Indian, I should say, Northern Indian classical music. And it's great to be able to improvise with both, using whatever concepts you like. I hope you just freed yourself and had a go, right? Yeah. And now let's look at improvisation from a completely different angle. When I think of improvisation, what do I think of? Is there a style that uses improvisation quite a lot? Jazz. Let's do some jazz. One of the most famous jazz composers and performers is John Coltrane. Many of you will be familiar with the wonderful John Coltrane. He's a tenor. He was a tenor saxophonist, and one of his most famous and beautiful pieces is called A Love Supreme. And I thought we'd have a go at a little bit of A Love Supreme. Now, A Love Supreme is principally an instrumental piece. It's usually John Coltrane, a pianist, a drummer, and a double bassist. But I do not have most of those things here. Okay, there is a tiny bit of tiny vocal line. I'm going to add some words to some of the other bits. But I thought this, as we're exploring a little bit of improvisation, and as we're exploring people who've been influenced in some way by the East in some sort of way, I thought we'd explore A Love Supreme. John Coltrane himself travelled to India a fair few amounts of times, and had a very spiritual moment. I think at some point he said he loves all religions and all that sort of stuff, and very much that idea that Jonathan was talking about last week of building up from a simple idea and really exploring slowly over time what you're doing, is something that he really took on board in a lot of his compositions. So Love Supreme is written in 4 sections. It's not like most jazz pieces. Jazz pieces are normally like a song. You have a tune, boom, and then so maybe the lead, if it's a saxophonist, the lead saxophonist plays the tune, and then you pass over to the pianist, and the pianist improvises with the chords of the tune, and then the double bass player improvises with the chords of the tune, and then the drummer does an improv, and then the saxophonist might improvise over the chords of the tune, and then everybody plays the tune at the end. Yeah, 4, 5, 6 minute piece. A Love Supreme is about 35 minutes long. And it's not structured like that. And in fact, the titles of each segment are really very spiritual: acknowledgement, resolution, pursuance, and psalm. Okay, psalm is obviously explicitly a musical term. Explicitly a religious term. So it's meant to be a spiritual thing. And I thought we'd explore a little bit from A Love Supreme. The chant in A Love Supreme, the one bit that actually does have words, is just like this. A love supreme, a love supreme, a love supreme, a love supreme. Have a go. A love supreme, a love supreme, a love supreme, a love supreme. Have a go. A love supreme, a love supreme, a love supreme, a love supreme, a love supreme. I love supreme, I love supreme, I love supreme, and stop. Beautiful. So, are you feeling it? Can you do some clicks? Yeah. I think you need to be my accompaniment. I can't hear the rhythm section. Yeah. So you're gonna have to be my rhythm section. If you can click. Could you do that, please? Could you do that, please? And if you're tapping, do some tapping, do some tapping, do some tapping, do some tapping. Here we go, do some tapping. Oh, hey. love supreme, a love supreme, a love supreme, and stop. Beautiful. So that's idea number one, a love supreme, which is really great, You can see some other words. We're going to get to those other words in a second, but we're going to explore that first idea. We talked about music, both with the Satyagraha and with our rag and with Indian classical music, that idea of a simple musical idea going whoa. So we got this. Da, 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 da. 3 notes. If I just play those notes like that, should we try and sing that nice and slowly? La 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 la. La 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 la. You actually have what we talked about before, circle. La 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 la. So we can already use one of our concepts with a love supreme. Just using that, a love supreme. Have a go. La 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 la. Stop. Beautiful. In that initial, this first bit, a love supreme. This is the acknowledgement section. This is the first section. Yeah. There are really in what's been played. I mean, strictly speaking, there's slightly more, but the main notes in the whole thing. What I've played you 3. 1, 2, 3. There's actually really 5. La 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 la. That's doing the whole scale going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We add line, yeah? So that was a line, wasn't it? Yeah? The scale is what we called line. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, oh, and again, line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm going to swing. It's like I love supreme, I love supreme, I love supreme. Circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, back to a love supreme. I love supreme, I love supreme, I love supreme, I love supreme, and stop. Beautiful. Then see how it all comes together. Yeah. We've done circle. We've done line. Yeah. We've only got those notes. A 5-note scale is called pentatonic. Pent as in pentagon, 5-sided shape. Pentatonic, 5 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the main scale used in that bit. So almost all the notes that I'm playing are those 5 notes. Yeah. And it sounds really good. Some of you might think, actually, even just playing that, to a Western ear, it actually sounds as though it's from this, like, almost kind of in a stereotypical Western way. Pentatonic scales actually, to our ears, sounds like, and there are a lot of, especially in China, but actually even more so in Indonesia, using 5-note scales. They don't start with a piano, so they're not the distance between the notes are not as equal as a piano would be. They're all retuned in the same way that Jonathan was talking about last week. But that really does actually sound like, oh, actually, we're in another place. Yeah. So here we go. We've explored two concepts with a lying. So long note. It's just one of the notes, isn't it? Hold it. Beautiful. Stop. And short is a couple of notes. Da-dum, 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 da-dum. Nice and short, yeah? So, we're going to put all those together and just improv with the Love Supreme. But before we improv with the Love Supreme, you're going to be thinking, what on earth are those other words for? Well, my favourite bit of a Love Supreme, when we get out of that bit of the acknowledgement, it goes like this. It goes, dum. It hasn't actually got words, but I'm going to add the words in a second. Dum, da ba da ba da ba dum, ba da ba da ba dum, ba ba da ba da ba dum, ba 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 da ba da da da, ba da ba da, ba da ba da ba da ba ba. Yeah, it's really cool. And if I could get you all to have a saxophone, right, and blast that out together, we would do that all together. But we can't all have a saxophone, so let's sing it, yeah? And I think I've added some words, yeah? And those words are, dance like nobody's watching you. Yeah, actually, can we add a you? Can we add it? I'm going to add a you to that, sorry. My bad. I sent those words. Dance like nobody's watching you. Could you sing that? 2, 3, 4. Dance like nobody's watching you. Good. Then you've got and sing. Oh my goodness, as if by magic. And sing like you just don't really care. Have a go and sing like you just don't really care. From the top. Dance like nobody's watching you. You have a go. Dance like nobody's watching you. And then you go and sing like you just don't really care. Have a go and sing like you just don't really care. From the top together. Dance like nobody's watching you. Woo! I sing like you just don't really care. And again. Dance like nobody's watching you. And sing like you just don't really care. With the piano. Dance like nobody's watching you. And sing like you just don't really care. Whoa! Dance like nobody's watching you. And sing like you just don't really care. Oh, we're rocking. So let's put all that together. Yeah? A Love Supreme. We've got a few minutes. We're going to sing A Love Supreme together. A Love Supreme. Okay? And then we'll do a little bit of call and response with line, circle, short, long, yeah, together. Then I'm just going to go freestyle. I'm just going to keep playing that pentatonic 5-note 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scale and chords around it, yeah. You keep going and explore, and then I'll count us in 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we end with a couple of dance and nobody's watching you. Okay, we're just gonna. I was about to say we're just gonna rock it. I mean, it's jazz. And there's no phrase like we're just gonna jazz it, but we are just gonna jazz it. Okay, we'll rock it like it's jazz. Okay, you can quote me on that. Okay, no extra charge. Here we go. We start with the Love Supreme. Here's your scale. Yeah, for when you get to line. Make sure you're clicking. Click. A love love supreme. Oh, I 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 love supreme. You go, I love supreme. Oh, I love supreme. I love supreme. I love supreme. I love supreme. Woo! I love supreme. Woo! I love supreme. I love circle. Circle. La 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 la. Have a go. Good. Short. Here we go. Da 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 da. You go. Da 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 da. Another short. Da 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 da. Long. Another one. Long. I love supreme. Here we go. I love supreme. Woo! I love supreme. Hey, 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 I love supreme. 4 times. I love supreme. Here we go. I love supreme. We can get with the dance. Yeah, man. Supreme. Here. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Dance like nobody's watching you. I sing like you just don't really care. Go. Dance like nobody's watching you. I sing. Woo. Like you just don't really care. 2 more times. Dance like nobody's watching you. I sing like you just don't really care. Woo! Dance like nobody's watching you. I sing like you just don't really care. 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 Well done, everybody. That was what a journey. What a journey. Just a quick recap. We really looked at improvising. We really looked at short, long, line, circle. We did short, long, line, circle with our rag. We did short, long, line, circle with Philip Glass's Satyagraha. Using what was called a Phrygian scale. You don't have to remember that. We use short, long, line and circle with John Coltrane's I Love Supreme, I Love Supreme, which is based on a 5-note scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is called a pentatonic scale, like a pentagon. 5-sided shape. 5-note scale is called a pentatonic scale. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. Well done. Beautiful exploration of improvisation with Indian-inspired Western music, okay, for this session. I think it's time we did some dance. I'm going to pass over to Jack.
Afternoon, Streetwise performance. Good afternoon. I tried some singing this week. I'm really inspired by all the singing that we've been doing, so I thought I'd introduce it with a little operatic song. Afternoon, and welcome to the last 10 minutes of your Friday session. I hope you had a good session now just with Aga, and now we're ready to discuss a little bit more about the filming process. And I know that there was a tech session yesterday with Ray, and now I just wanted to give you some more examples and a little bit more of video demonstration of some things that you could work on. So coming up, we have a few different examples that I've done, some other familiar faces have also contributed towards. Without further ado, we'll start with the first solo. So there we have Clarence doing a little cameo performance on the Friday. So maybe let's start by thinking about what Clarence has done in order to achieve what he's achieved here. So it looks like Clarence was on his computer. So he picked his computer device. He was making a recording of that in some way, I guess through his webcam, or perhaps he did a recording on Zoom, if people know how to do that. He didn't really have much of a choice with his computer because it's always kind of generally going to film in a landscape mode. So he's got a landscape mode there. He decided to sit down in his solo. So that's a perfect example of a movement phrase which is sat down. And I think we can kind of see all the gestures that are coming out of that, which is fantastic. Another thing that he did, which was really good at the end, is he had, I'm going to go to fourth point is he had an exit, which was great. So he went and did this to the camera, which was his exit. Would have been nice, Clarence, if you could have had a little bit of an entrance as well. But we'll let you off. If that was also what you wanted to do, that's great. I think the exit, very strong exit. So really good. I think it's a great example of a seated solo, and his movements were really clearly articulated. Like he had his very clean lines here when he did that, and I feel like, yeah, it was really nice. I think it was a perfect example. So thank you, Clarence, for that submission and for sharing that one. So that one was me outside this morning doing a movement phrase there. I wanted to share something that was outdoors. It was quite big movements there. You don't have to do big movements. You could literally just stand on the spot and do your phrase very, very within your own personal space. But I just wanted to give you an example of maybe something that was the opposite to Clarence, something that was wide in the frame, it was outside, and it was a little bit more kind of more expansive movement. I'm gonna now talk you through how I set that shot up using just ordinary props that I had on the at that moment. So I'm going to show you an example of how to set that scene up. So I'm just here in a car park. There's nobody around. I came really early in the morning. And I have decided to put my coffee cup down on the floor here. I was passing by and I went to Greg's and I got a Greg's coffee, and I just put that on the floor. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lean my camera up against the Greg's cup like this. Oh wait, that's the wrong way. Can you see the Greg's cup there? I'm going to lean up against the Greg's cup and just place it in place, and then I'm ready to start my solo. So that is a simple way and a simple setup. Yeah, and I just really encourage you to have a few plays, have a little go and see what you can come up with, have your creativity kind of drive you in this moment and allow something new to come out of it. I think everybody so far in the workshop has really gone beyond, from what I've seen, everyone's gone beyond what they were kind of from the beginning moment, from the starting point. And I would really keep that growth going, and really that discovery that everybody's going on, that inquisitive creativity which is driving everybody. I would really keep that up with trying something a little bit different. And again, be careful if you're outside, make sure there's it's kind of like an even surface that you're not going to trip on. If you're doing it like I did in a car park, make sure there's no glass or anything like this. Really check the space before you do it, but have fun and be experimental. So that one was a different point of view. So this one was filmed in the house on my phone, and I wanted to have a little play with a different perspective or a different point of view for the camera. So what I decided to do is I put my phone onto like selfie mode, where you can look at yourself in the front camera, and I just laid that on the floor and press record. I decided actually at the beginning of the film, if you can remember, I rotated the camera so it kind of looked like the ceiling, the lamp above me right now was moving in a rotating way, and then I just brought my hand in like this. So originally I was thinking about this phrase, if I just wanted to have a different perspective, but also if I didn't want to show all my body parts. So I was thinking originally, maybe I was just going to show my hands and my arms, because I felt like that's what I was going to do. In the end, I ended up getting my head in, which was wasn't necessarily planned, but I thought, okay, I'm just going to go with it, and it looked quite good because it was a different angle. But that's a good example of something where you can get a different perspective, rotate the camera so the camera has some movements as well. You can also just play with that. You could have played with your foot in front of the camera and your leg working. If you was laid on your back, it also gives you more mobility, or laid on your side. If people have space to do that in their house or anything like that. That would have also been really nice if it was outside and we saw some beautiful blue sky and some clouds. That could be really great. Or you was under a tree. You think about also when you're going to be filming the background, and the background might be the sky if it's laying on the floor or something like this. So yeah, have a good play and think about being experimental with different angles and different perspectives. But yeah, I would just really, again, just to echo what I've said a million times, I would encourage you to go for it, be experimental, and see where you can take it, because each individual person's creativity and kind of like exploration is unique, and that is what's going to make the final film unique. And that's kind of the purpose of this. We're all living in such a unique time, and it's really great if we can use that unique time to really tap into our unique selves, and remember that, you know, every day is different, and every film's different. So that's the end of this week's session. Again, just a few little tips, and trying to think about what you can do. Another thing that you can think about is what you're wearing. That's also a thing, really fine. Like, for example, now I'm just wearing a black t-shirt. Maybe if you're doing something against the blue sky, maybe you wear something blue so you match the sky, or maybe you want to wear something orange because orange is the complementary color to blue, or maybe you want to wear something sparkly so then it shines in the sun, or you want to wear your favorite shirt, or I don't know. Have a think about your costuming, have a think about your perspective on the camera, have a think about your phrases, and I'm really excited to see your submissions in the coming days. So good luck. Any questions, just message me or Verity. I don't know if you have our emails, I'm not sure. But yeah, get in touch with us and we can give you some advice, and we can give you some time of ours to share our thoughts if you're kind of feeling a little bit stuck, or if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed. Just contact us. We're here to help you create the best video possible, and we're working all together, and it's totally fine. So have a good rest of your Friday. See you later.